Squad, commencing attack run. Gamma 2, locked on target. Gamma 5, confirmed, locked on target. Gamma 1, Fox 3. Gamma 2, Fox 3.
The TIE Surface Assault, otherwise known as the TIE Bomber, is a staple of the Imperial Navy Starfighter Corps. This craft gets its name from its twin ion engines and its primary naval duty, that of course being bombing. The TIE SA is produced by the prestigious Sinar Fleet Systems, manufacturer of the TIE line of fighters, as well as the Interdictor Star Destroyer. The TIE Bomber is rarely absent from your typical Imperial hangar, as most configurations of the standard TIE line, the primary starfighter in the Imperial Navy, lack the capability of holding munitions and thus cannot take on hardened targets. This is, of course, where the TIE Bomber comes in. A squadron of TIE Bombers is more than capable of breaching the hull of military-grade starships, sowing minefields across hostile territory, razing dissident cities, as well as merely dropping large quantities of Imperial propaganda to bolster moral support in the minds of the Empire's citizens. The TIE Bomber has a maximum speed of 80 megalights, with an acceleration of 13 megalights per second. While its hull is more heavily reinforced than the standard TIE line, it still lacks shield generators, giving it limited combat longevity and questionable survivability. Its warhead bay is capable of carrying up to 15 tons of ordnance. Standard payloads include up to 8 proton torpedoes or 16 concussion missiles in the primary warhead launch tube, as well as a potentially varied assortment of mines, proton bombs, and thermal detonators in the bomb chute. There are 3 TIE Surface Assault sub-configurations for its laser cannons, the vessel's primary anti-starfighter weapons. The most common variant places the laser cannons in the wing spars, providing the pilot with a wide firing arc, though extremely close targets become somewhat difficult to lock onto. The second variant places the laser cannons under the cockpit viewport, giving the pilot a more traditional firing arc, though leaving the opposite side of the craft in somewhat of a dead zone. Rarer models of the TIE Surface Assault do not come equipped with any form of lasers, necessitating either dedicated fighter escorts or the equipping of anti-starfighter missiles. Due to the spacious hull and relatively powerful engines on board the TIE Surface Assault, there are several variants that have replaced the warhead bay with passenger or cargo compartments. The TIE VIP shuttle is one such variant, which not only adds shuttle capabilities, but also inverts the wings, providing a larger surface area for the added shield generator to work with. There is also the TIE boarding craft, which is visually almost identical to the standard TIE Surface Assault and can carry up to a dozen passengers, though it lacks the shield generator of the VIP variant. Due to the ambiguity and potential confusion of using terms like TIE Fighter and Bomber over battle comms, many pilots refer to the TIE Surface Assault as a dupe for its twin hulls. With a market price tag of approximately 150,000 credits, the TIE Bomber is valued at just over 3 times the cost of the TIE Fighter, which sells for 60,000 credits. This does make the TIE Bomber incredibly cost-inefficient compared to the more powerful, if older, Y-Wing, which in comparison is actually 15,000 credits cheaper, nearly 25% faster, and possesses shield capabilities. The lack of shielding in particular significantly increases the long-term operating cost of the TIE Bomber, as every glancing blow, collision with micro-asteroids, and thermal weathering from atmospheric re-entry will degrade the hull integrity, necessitating patching or replacement when a shield could displace the vast majority of potential damage. The Empire is obviously able to acquire the simple TIE Bomber much more easily than a group of scattered rebels can acquire their salvaged Y-Wings, so the TIE Bomber is still by far the more valid option for their navy. In addition to this, the TIE Bomber has broader ordnance capabilities when compared to the Y-Wing. Overall, the TIE Bomber is a devastating starfighter that, when properly escorted and deployed en masse, can deliver incredible firepower and help secure peace and order for the galaxy, whether it wants it or not.